Imagine working your entire life for a dream, only to have someone that you respect look you in the eye and say, you don't have what it takes. Most people would crumble. Most people would give up. Most people do. But Adam Sandler, he did something, well, rather different. See, back in the early 80s, Adam Sandler was just another student at NYU's School of the Arts. He wasn't a Hollywood star. He wasn't a comedy legend. He was just a kid, full of ambition, full of dreams, and full of, well, not the kind of humor that everyone gets. Stop looking at me, Swan. Remember that? About halfway through his second semester, one of Adam's professors pulled him aside and said, Adam, I'd love to take you out for a beer. Now, put yourself in Adam's shoes. Imagine your professor, someone you look up to, offering to grab a drink with you. Feels like a compliment, right? Like maybe you did something great. Maybe you've finally broken through. Except that's not what this was about. Later that night, they sat down, the drinks arrived, and the professor leaned in. Adam, he said, I didn't want to say this in front of everyone because I didn't want to embarrass you. I really, really think you should consider a different career. You just don't have what it takes, kid. Let's be real. That kind of moment, that kind of rejection, it breaks people. And I mean forever. How many times have you been told you're not good enough? By a teacher, by a boss, by a partner, a family member? Most people would have quit. Most people do quit. Most would have let that moment define them. But Adam, he just kept going. He kept bombing auditions. He kept hearing no. But he refused to let one man's opinion become his reality. Now, fast forward 15 years. Adam Sandler is no longer just a kid at NYU. He is a megastar. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer, hit after hit. The man was unstoppable. Whether you like the movies or not, that he was undeniable. One night, after a red carpet event, Sandler walks into a restaurant with a group of celebrity friends. It's a good night. It's a big night. It was a culmination of decades of work. And across the room, he sees someone familiar. It's his old professor. Now, if this were a movie, this would be the revenge scene, right? This is the part where Adam humiliates the guy, calls him out, flexes his success. But that's not what Adam did. Called the professor over, and in front of all of his famous friends, instead of embarrassing him, instead of reminding him of what he said all those years ago, Sandler smiled and said, this is the only professor who ever bought me a beer in college. See, the measure of a man isn't how he crushes his doubters. It's in how he rises above them. Real power, it's not proving people wrong with words. It's proving them wrong by simply becoming undeniable. Success doesn't need a microphone. It doesn't need a victory speech. Sometimes the loudest flex is silence. So let me ask you, who told you that you weren't good enough? Who told you to be realistic? Who told you that you don't have what it takes? What if instead of proving them wrong today, you just got to work? What if you just keep going? What if those words don't extinguish your dreams, but ignite them? Because if you do, your day will come. You'll be at your own red carpet event. And when you see those same doubters sitting across the room, you won't need to say a single word either, because your silence will be deafening. Thank you for watching another one of my videos, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. If you didn't enjoy it, well, you made it to the end, so subscribe anyways, and leave a comment about what you didn't like. I'm sure it will trigger a great conversation.